So we just had a storm go through here about 9:30. We had about 50-55 mile per hour winds in Cabin Creek. Well, I'm in Shillian, Cabin Creek area. I'm going to take you out here and show you what happened earlier. I had a few things that blow over. That's one of them. There's a pine tree. Some of the plants out here blew over too. Thankfully not. I don't think any of them broke. They just got knocked over. That's my dragon fruit right there. My big 7-foot cactus blew over, along with my pachypodium. And the bud never is still attached to it. That's crazy. I think the top got snapped on that one of the branches. I had these tied up and I should have left the strings on them. They wouldn't have got knocked over. One of the Morphophallus stems got broken off. This one got knocked over on its side. Part of the thing here got bent off on it, so I don't know if it'll die or if it'll fix itself. Some of these got blown over and knocked down. There's one of the Morphophallus right there. And my ficus. And then back in there, there's a orange pot. I don't think you can see it. Got knocked over in their yard. Right there. Looks like a lot of this stuff is fine. Just have to set it up. But the winds here this time were worse than any of the other storms we've had this year so far. All of these blew over. And there's some back in there in the flower bed I've got to pick up. So I'm going to have to move these back in the greenhouse because they can't be out here in the wind like this. It's going to rip them apart. I had to pick this black-eyed Susan vine up because it was out there in the yard. So far, this looks like there's a couple of things that actually got broke when it fell over. And of course it's still lightning. The lightning is horrible. And it knocked that bush down right there. But my yucca is still standing. Amazingly. It must have a strong stem on it. Came back to the greenhouse. The greenhouse is fine. There's a lot of water standing in here where the gutters have to be cleaned out. Some of the plants got knocked over, but I think they'll fix themselves. Garden looks, yeah, they got blown over, but they'll be fine. I don't think anything's got any major damage on it back here. Just have to tie the tomatoes back up again. Oh jeez, I hate when these storms come through here. Squash got blown down. But other than that, it looks like everything's fine. A pot blew over back here. This tree here was almost bent completely to the ground. And it shouldn't be hanging this low. I'm going to tie these up. They're lilies. But at least nothing was really damaged this time around. Hopefully next time everything will be secured and won't be any problems. Now I live about 13 miles from Kanawha City. It's probably about 15, 16 from Charleston. So that storm, when it hit Charleston, I was just seeing the first bit of lightning. If you notice the first video, when I did the very first one, June 10th video, you'll notice the blue skies and the lightning. That was the first part of it come through. That was at 9 o'clock. 9:30 was when I did the second video with the wind and the rain, and I had to come inside because I was getting soaking wet. So I'm standing here on the porch. This is where I was recording from. So yeah, this one was actually worse than the last 4 or 5 that we've had. So I'm really worried about the next one's gonna come through here. So I'll keep you guys updated on these storms. I'll keep uploading videos and let you know what happens. We're supposed to get rain the next few days, so who knows. Anyway, talk to you guys later.